Hi, I'm Wes Jessup. I'm the director of the Longmont Museum. And I'm really excited to be able to talk about the new Stewart Auditorium, which was just completed in June of 2015. This project has been in the works for years. The seeds were planted back in 2004 when the Stewart family gave a substantial gift to build and to start this auditorium. Over the years, as the design was developed and changed, it led up to a point in 2012 when we were able to launch a public capital campaign to raise $4.5 million. It's a lot of money by any standards, it's a lot of money for Longmont, but I'm so happy to say that in a year and a half we were able to raise the $4.5 million. We actually exceeded our goal, and we were able to get the construction for this going in July of 2014. So this is a state-of-the-art space. It seats auditorium that seats 250 people. The beautiful Swan Atrium, which you can see behind me, as well as the Kaiser Permanente Education Center, which expanded our education space and doubled it pretty much. So we're thrilled to be able to offer all different kinds of programs, whether it's in the auditorium or events in the atrium or educational activities in the Kaiser Permanente space. The project came together because over 300 Longmont community members came together and pitched in to contribute funds to be able to reach our goal. We were so fortunate that the Stewart family contributed over half the amount of the funds, which is extraordinary, and it's incredible for any community. But it's good to note that happened in Longmont, and the other people that came together, and as well as we had a contribution from the federal government, the National Endowment for the Humanities, and several different statewide foundations that contribute to cultural projects. So it was a big success. We're excited to present this to the City of Longmont. We're still raising support for our programs, and there's still opportunities to provide support for what we will be able to do here, including concerts and film series, dance performances, lecture series, other museum programs. There's going to be a lot that you'll see happening here that I think will really impact our city, bring people into Longmont, and give some of our residents something new to be excited about. I'm going to introduce you now to David Ortolano. He's our new auditorium manager, and he's going to walk you through and really talk to you about some of the different features of the auditorium, the atrium, and the education center, the Kaiser Permanente Education Center. David will be able to explain to you some of the features and some of the great ways that we'll be able to use this space going forward.
Hi, my name is David Ortolano, and I'm the new Stewart Auditorium at the Longmont Museum, the manager for the space. And I'm giving you a tour today. Come on in this way. Okay, so first we're going to look at the Swan Atrium, and this is obviously the lobby for the theater and for the auditorium itself. And we're going to go in and look at some of the features. This here is a feature that's not here yet, but it will be. We're going to have television monitors here on the wall, here and down where that black box is across the way. And this is an art piece that was commissioned for the space. These are glass plates that have all the donors and all the contributors to the museum and to build this space, to build the Stewart Auditorium and the Swan Atrium. As you can see, there's lots of natural light that comes in, and we have a view of open space, sculpture garden, and over here is the atrium maximum occupancy, 181 people. This is a bar kitchen. This is where we'll keep our bar. The Stewart Auditorium and the museum, the Longmont Museum, have been approved with a liquor license that is a tavern license. That means that we can operate like a tavern. And so we can serve alcohol here for events, have receptions, rentals, all sorts of things. And we're going to be serving food and drink and lots of things like that. So that's the kitchen. This is the bar kitchen. We have another kitchen that we'll see in a little while. So, head into the space. This is where the drama takes place. And when I say drama, I mean drama. music, dance, theater, lots of fun things. It's the new auditorium. And this is the coolest feature to me. We would call this a handicap ramp, except it's not a ramp. It's actually on the same level as the main space, but the audience just drops down into a pit. So this is fully wheelchair accessible, access to the stage. There's a sprung wood dance floor. These sound acoustic panels in the space will, like a megaphone, amplify sound without needing microphone. So that's that. This is the new piano, Shigeru Kawai. Beautiful piano. This was also donated by Lila Stewart, and she, made a very spontaneous announcement recently, and it was a surprise to all of us and very exciting. So I think where we're going to go next is into the backstage, and we're going to look at how people get out onto the stage and where they get ready. But hopefully there's no people back there getting ready, because if they are, we might see some things that aren't ready for the camera. So this is the backstage area. Obviously it has storage, not a very picturesque space. This is a cool little storage part here, as this was built to store the piano and close it in, to control the temperature a little bit and to keep it consistent. And then we have hallway storage, and these are kind of cool spaces. This is a makeup mirror where performers can do their makeup. And then as this comes around, we come into one of the classroom spaces. This is the Kaiser Permanente Education Center. And it's sort of a smart classroom setup, has video, wireless video, has automated lights that come on. It has incandescent lights along the wall for gallery exhibitions, so we can run independent exhibitions in this space. It's also a great space for corporate events, meetings, things like that. And here's a cool thing. It's not fully set up yet, but it's set up enough. And I don't know if you can see on video, but the projector has come on, and we have connections on the floors, connections on all the walls, and it can be used as a fully operational theater space, presentation space, meeting space, and the Wi-Fi internet is very strong in here. And then there's also data lines on the walls, so we can run Longmont's Next Light. We can get a lot of data into this room and do some really cool things. We can broadcast into the building and out of the building. So this is a cool space. It's also dividable. We can divide these rooms into 3 different rooms. This is the catering kitchen. So most of the food and food storage and some of the drink storage will happen in here, and supplies. And work with the other bar kitchen. And here we are in the museum hallway. This is the Kaiser Permanente Education Center. And there's the older classrooms down the hall, discovery days, and the new rooms here. So this is the bathroom. And obviously when we expanded and we moved into the atrium and the Stewart Auditorium, we needed to add bathrooms for both sides. So instead of just creating a separate bathroom on the other side, they expanded this space. And then they sought proposals from the community When I say they, I mean we, the city of Longmont, sought proposals from the community as a part of a program called Art in Public Places. And this was the proposal that was selected. The artist is from Los Angeles. And the cool thing about the work was that it was one of the only proposals that involved the use of vertical space, and interestingly enough, the bathroom as a public place. So it's a really cool piece. Lots of detail. I'm not sure how much we can see there, but you can see it. And here's the other end. It'd be cool to kind of just come out this way too, and we'll walk out into the atrium, and then you'll see the wraparound. That was the Permanente Education Center. And here we are, back to the beginning. The Swan Atrium.